People need to leave you alone. Chosen one, you are heavily protected by spirit, God, universe, whatever you believe in. And if they don't realize before, they are realizing this now. You're always being protected, but you were being used by your creator. Whenever they try to play around your energy, it doesn't end well. You came out of a period of a cycle of intense trials and tribulation, impacted by others who continuously projected their unhealed trauma into you. These individuals try to make you sit in their pain, the pain that they refuse to heal from. These individuals felt, whoever they are, that it was their duty to put you in suffering, trapped, yes, imprisoned. They want to feed on you. Yes, these demons wanted to feed on you, and because of this, they are now being exposed. These types of individuals have gotten away with whatever they try to do to you with other people. But there are some people you just leave alone. And the thing, you are a trap. You are a trap to such an individuals. They used into grow so used in doing the most with other people and getting away with it. They thought if they can do the same thing to you, the same will apply. Not wrong. Definitely. Wrong. Because of their interactions with you, people are now seeing the truth of who they are. You have an energy that can expose all this. The underhanded means that they hidden. Your energy is extremely powerful. And some of these people, they know you are powerful, but they were so engrossed in the ego that they thought, if I can take this person down, I am more powerful. Some people like to target powerful people, literally. Yes. Your power is seen in your energy. And whoever these people are, they threatened by it. And this is why they target you. Go ahead. Spirit said, go ahead. The angel says, go ahead. Target. Prove who more powerful. Go ahead. Who is more credible? Who is more relevant? Because in some cases, they try to rob you of human rights, popularity. They got the attention for the wrong reasons. They expose themselves as understudied menace to society. They expose themselves as someone who, quite frankly, is a beggar. شحاد يعني أو شحادة, you know, that chases clout and needs to attach to other to cut a come. And quite frankly, they expose themselves to being jealous of you. People no longer want to invest in these people anymore because your energy highlights in regards who is and who is not, acting as if who's humble you for whatever reason. You highlight it, put a spotlight on who they are. You know, Yes. All they have to do is to attack you. And everything they have ever done that they don't want anybody to know, it will automatically get revealed. Yes, they're Delulu. They believe that they have more social power than you. And in some cases, they have some role, title. You know, there's something about them feels that they have more leverage than you. And by treating you a certain way, other people will fall in line and treat you the same way. Unfortunately, in some cases, we live in a world that we have a lot of followers and some people who vibrating also on this frequency that follow the fake leader, which is a psychopath. You know, which is a psychopath. Yes, those who want to cause suffering into other people's life, those who cause suffering in other people's life to feed on them, that's a psychopath. A psychopath, what is a psychopath? A person that doesn't have the G called G gene in him, doesn't have a God in him, doesn't have an empathy. That's a psychopath. What makes you a human being is the G gene. Scientifically, they call you a human being because you have a G gene. So you're dealing with something else here. Yes, those are the same people who targeted you since childhood, who you always felt that there is an entity on your back. Those are the same ones. Definitely they did it with other people and did get away with it. But they didn't when they came to an earth angel. Because an earth angels carry that temperance energy, which is justice, cosmic justice, divine justice, that have to balance. This is how it is. Yes. And you have other people, respect through authenticity, respect through power, that are not being abusers, for they see you for who you are. And this is type of people that will see this. You know, these are not the people who try to outdo you. You know, regardless of what they have. Regardless of what they have, you'll never find these people, you know, harass or belittle you for, you know, they see you, they understand, and they respect. But those others, you know, not like that. Yes. You're so stoic. You know? Yes. Yes. Those other people feel minimized by being next to your energy. That's if you allow them. They feel minimized. That's why they try to pull you down. For whatever the cases, you know who you know, and you know who are these and who are those. You know, they highlight. They want to be gatekeeper. They are not as popular. All the people that they try to gatekeep from you, they didn't want other people to have access to you because maybe those would be your energetic match. You know, because they are supposed to be the high status. You know, they're trying to gatekeep other people from you. You know, because they feel small in energy comparison to you. Yes, they bring attention to themselves. How mediocre they are next to you. On many levels. By doing that, see how energy flips. It flips, you know? Well, if they didn't came after you, it didn't highlight who they are. And these individuals, nobody want to invest in them. Yes. People are removing themselves from them. Yes, in their view, it's supposed to be your jail. What will happen to these individuals is what they wanted for you exactly. Socially isolated, outcasted. They wanted you to be stopped and blocked. They want to be the say-so, you know, only to find that these people having what they wanted for you. And these connections that they put them in the pedestal, you know, abruptly is not anymore. You know, Yeah. These evil people, stepmother, mother-in-law, a mother figure, pretending to be caring and nature and powerful, but they are opposite of that. Their energy is exposed. Yes, there are people will have a reputation intact if they didn't try and come for you. Whoever they are. Yes, the power that they had before, it start to weaken when they come after you with a spiritual attack and evil eyes and all the rest of it. Yes, recruiting all those blood relatives and involved in your friendship and get involved in romantic relationship. They force their energy to be a third party in a certain situation that do not concern them, and they expose their toxicity and obsession of you. All because they wouldn't leave you alone. You are a walking karma. People do need to leave you alone. Because you are a person that radiate love, high vibrational. You're very authentic, very likable. You have this optimistic, free spirit. Free spirit that uplifts the room, uplift to whoever you are around. You're jovial, you're authentic, creative, playful. And these people doesn't like. They don't like the fact that people like you. Agent of chaos, agent of change, agent of miserability. That's why they need to, miserable people, they gang together, Yes, زيد miserability. You're an agent of love, you're funny, you even joke on your own pain, Yes. You don't let that negative mindset to catch hold of you. And people find you attractive. And this is why they are fixated on your energy. Because of your sex appeal and power. Because of your inner strength, resilience, tenacity, magnetic. You generate a lot of attention without even trying. And it makes certain people spiral. This is a very inverted word. A very fucked up, inverted word. Yes, everything is inverted by the archons. And these are the slaves, the minions of the archons. You hear about lizards and the reptiles and the matrix and the agent of the, and you have their minions that bind to this matrix, want everybody to be their scapegoat in order to sit on, maintain positions and maintain glamorous and, Jezebels, you know what I mean? The archons are the one who inverted our world. They fucked it up. They are not creative, they are manipulative and deceptive. Give them anything on a piece of paper, they can manipulate it perfectly, but they cannot create the piece of paper. They cannot create, That's why they use chaos, death magic, binding, That's why these are their tools, Totally disconnected from consciousness and awareness. Yes, because even those agents, those lizards, those reptiles, even the high-ranked one, they are limited with their crown and how much they see. That's why they put people in fear. They try as much as they can to put people in fear. That's why they inverted our world. Nothing have to do with the justice. Lawyers destroy justice. Doctors destroy health. School and university destroy knowledge. Religion destroys spirituality. Yes. If you want to know the right reason why Jesus died, he didn't die because to take away the sin of the world. He died because he knows the truth. Because he spoke the truth. But that age is different than this age. Yes. Focus on Jesus. Yes. Because the God is inside of you. The Christ consciousness is inside of you. But don't be a psychopath. Because when you are a psychopath, you're disconnected. You're disconnected. You can't read energy, you can't transmute, you can't create, you can't do any of this. You need to do the work, the healing. You need to break those evil covenant of your bloodline. That needs a work. These people doesn't want to make the work. They want to snatch it from others. You know? That's why the divine sent people like you. His earth angels, his star seeds. You know? Those people are not to be touched. As simple as that. Yes. Because they are trapped, they try to snatch your abundance, your future abundance. You know, you're gonna be stable, you're gonna settle down with specific partners, you're gonna get a certain job role, you're going a lot of fixation on your life, you know, like داخلين في كل حاجة مش مخلين شيء مش داخلينه, you know, مش مخلين شيء مش مدخلين أنفهم فيه. You know, the way they are tuned to your life, it's a crime. The way they are in tuned to your life, it's a crime. They want to rock your world. They want to crash down your foundation. You know, these people, you will meet them in group organizations, you know. You know, these people trying to separate your interactions with others in group clubs and organizations as well, you know. Yes, these people, everything they planned for you for failure, assess and to be a loser, was in your Akashic record. Like, you know, like the indoctrination of the school wasn't for you. The declaration of the military isn't for you. You know, the 9-to-5 job isn't for you. You know, if you understand when you are part of cooperation, or you know what they do. You know what they do. You work like on a tradesman, and by the time you start to see yourself shrinking in the soul, you know, because behind it there's other things, you know. You know, they want you to be a scapegoat, jealous of your friendship, jealous of you who likable, you know. If they see somebody like you, or if they see somebody defend you, even they targeted him, or they rushed like the crickets that they are to pay money to flip him on you. You know. Yes, these are their ways. They want to be the main character, but they are a non-factor. And they feel like you're stealing the spotlight just by being authentic, you know? Fuck that shit. The universe is huge. The spotlights is a lot. Abundance is for everybody to you know, like who know who you are, create what you want to create, you know, and stop focusing on other people's blessings to receive yours. You know, as simple as that. The formula is as simple as that, you know. But these people are not that kind. These people are scavengers, hyenas. They want to strip people out of their confidence because they don't have one. They want you to be in fear because they are in fear. Fear is the false evidence appear to be true, appear to be real. You know, everything that they feel and they want you to be in. They don't want people to offer cup of loves. They want you to be outcasted. Some of these individuals try to put you out of a job, try to spiritually bully you, and so you leave, try to isolate you, try steal your friends, or steal your look opportunities, steal your partner, turn them against you, calibration projects, ruin your car, you know. All this coming to an end. And what they're gonna find, that all the areas that they tried to block are not your path. This is their karma. All the area that they blocked is not your path. When they do these type of things, there's consequences. The reason why they continue to do these things because they gotten away from it before. مشان هيك مرتاحين كتير. You know? But they don't know what you are part of. You know? What they try to block and destroy in your life is what the same areas of their life they're gonna get blocked and destroyed. Their confidence is gonna be questioned. People that they thought they are their friends, they'll start to remove themselves. People that they start to break out of from you, they're gonna reach you directly. You know? You know? You know? Like مين حطك middleman? مين حطك middleman, you know? You know? Because they feel insecure around you anyway. That's why they try to pinpoint certain things. Try to make people find you not attractive. A lot of things they try to do to make you question your beauty and your worth. They're gonna be trapped in fear. They're gonna be paranoid to know that whatever they try to do or get away with is not working. Paranoid that they lose power. They may, you know, definitely they will lose power, lack of respect. You know, whoever they want, they doesn't want them, doesn't even like them. You know. Especially when they learn how they treated you. You was the mask of these individuals, and these individuals, they know that you have the potential to do that. That's why they try to destroy you, minimize you, drag your name in the dirt, isolate you, make you feel small. They don't want you around, because when you are around, you're gonna highlight all the fakeness, all the dysfunctional, and you are the real deal. You know, you stand in your authenticity. They stand in lies. And they know that you're going to expose them just being in your authentic state. They're gonna feel a loss, connection broken down. People not gonna want them, be around them. And people are around them, you know, it will tolerate them, you know. After they experience them and somebody experience someone like you know, they ain't gonna choose them. You know, you see? Yes. There's some people, you meet them in life and your life start going down. And there's some people, you meet them and your life start getting up and blessed. You know? And so there's some people, when you remove them from your circle, you thrive, you know? And there's some people, when you enter their circle, you go down. This is true. This is true. Why? Because not an energetic vibrational match, you know? Yes. People can't find them unauthentic at all, you know? Unauthentic at all. Yes, when it comes to you, ain't nothing called bury the truth or not knowing what they have done to you. Answer. The universe will spit them everywhere they go. Yes, you will find them everywhere. Yes, they wanted to be popular. They wanted to be more popular than you. So let them have it, homie. Let them have it.